What's good, world? This is Max Recitar from SLAMKICKS. Welcome to the Soul Connection. Today, we're going to be talking about the KD14, which is the silhouette that Kevin Durant will be chasing his third championship ring in. But before we get into the sneaker, let's talk about the tides. Low tides, high tides, setbacks, comebacks. The reason I want to talk about the tides is because sometimes when you watch KD play, he's like a wave coming in off the horizon. Something that you can see in the distance, like when he's dribbling down the court. Something that maybe doesn't look as ferocious as what you think is about to happen. And then, all of a sudden, wave crashes down on the shore. A jump shot from 30 just rains down on every opponent's head. And before you know it, that wave has consumed everything. And a 30-piece happens, a 40-piece happens, a 50-piece happens. And Kevin Durant just rolls in with the tide again. That's high tide. It had been low tide for a while for KD though, because before we saw him lace up the KD14 at the beginning of this season, it had been 552 days since we had last seen Kevin Durant play. And now that it's looking like high tide again for KD, now that he and the Nets are fighting for a championship, we're going to dig into this sneaker that's making the force of nature so uncontainable. So the 14 is informed by both the past and the future. And we're going to begin by taking it back to yesterday. Because as you can see with this strap, this isn't the first time we've seen something like this in the KD line. You can go back to the 7, as well as the legendary KD4. This is the Easter colorway, just bellissimo. It has this midfoot strap that extends from the medial side all the way to the lateral side. Just like it does here on the 14, starts here, medial side, extends all the way over to the midfoot on the lateral side. And the strap was also informed by a classic Nike sneaker, the Air Presto. These cages right here, as you can see on the 14, show up on the medial side with the nice brakes and the plastic. The strap isn't the only thing informed by the past on the 14 though. The inside of the 14 was inspired by both the 12 and the 13, which featured the full-length Air Zoom Strobel that you'll find on this sneaker right here. That's for the cushioning, as well as the Cushlon foam that you'll see right here, walking on clouds with the 14 on. You also have the lateral stabilizer plate, which can be seen right here, keeps you nice and contained. The foundation of the 14 is rounded out by this new traction pattern, which features a window into the Air Zoom Strobel, runs all the way through the foot, and a nice look at the Cushlon under the foot, which again is like walking on clouds. So while the past of the KD4, the KD7, the Air Presto, the KD12, and the 13 inform the foundational pieces, the future of the line can be seen in the upper, which is where you have a structured, layered upper, making use of a felt-like pattern that you can see here on the top layer, TPU mesh underneath that, and then 2 more layers of structure to keep the foot nice and contained and safe. The upper is then complemented by a molded heel unit, which makes use of a canvas-like material, and a bunch of little details throughout both the left and right sneaker that pay tribute to where KD's been and that this is the 14th sneaker in his line. But don't take it from me that this is about to come back. Let's tap in with KD himself.
What others are built by, I'm built for. What I've experienced in this game never shook me. My soul is shaped by the challenge. This game is defined by something bigger than me. Every step back forces a step forward. Every knockdown forges a comeback. Every line crossed represents a moment I could have failed, but I didn't. For 552 days, the game was taken away from me. At some point, the game has been taken away from all of us. This is more than a comeback. This is the day we take our game further.
As number 7 said, there were a bunch of times when he could have given up. A bunch of times when he could have said, I've done enough. But this isn't one of those times. Because it's looking like high tide right about now. And for whatever storm KD's cooking up for the playoffs, you'll see the 14 on his foot. Thank you for watching The Soul Connection. I'm Max Recitar.